Dun 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 dun.
Hold. That's copyright infringement.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We can't do that.
I'm sorry.
Can't do
I'm
that.
just real excited about what we talking about today. Man, today we talking about football.
Are you ready for some football?
Monday night party.
Yeah.
Man, and ladies, before you stop listening and you just delete this download, I just want you to know we're not talking about the stats and the player profiles and the records and who's winning and not.
Right.
We talking about something very specific, something that's been on everybody's mind and in the news, the mindset of football and the way we treat professional athletes and way we treat college athletes. Is it today's modern day slavery? But before we get to the meat of the show, the big topic, I want to go ahead and say a couple of things. I always want to let you guys know about what Doc and Croc is doing. And, we thank you for sticking with us for these first couple of episodes. And, each and every week we try to do it a little better than the previous week. We try to add something to the show.
It's a work in progress. A work in progress.
And, I'm excited for what God is doing, the doors that he's opening.
He's open. He's moving.
And so if you're one of my Facebook friends, then you know this. But, for everybody else, I just want you to know that Doc and Croc, we are now available wherever you get your podcast. So not only are we on Spotify, where you can follow us and subscribe to this podcast, but we are now also on Apple Podcasts. So you can get your cell phone and that purple button on your cell phone for podcasts. You can go ahead and search Doc and Croc and you'll find us there. But we also on Google Podcasts now. And so I'm really excited for the doors that are opening to us to make it more accessible for you guys to be able to download and listen to us as we share what's on our mind and what's on our hearts. But also,
and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Oh, that's how we grow.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend.
On this week, if you just share episode 3 with one other person, you're going to help us get this word out and what we're trying to do. And this thing is just going to continue to grow and explode. But 2 other things I wanted to update you on. Doc and Croc, we are on Facebook. We have our own Facebook fan page that you can see what we're doing. You can hear from us throughout the week. And so just follow us at Doc Croc Show. That's DOCCROCSHOW. And you'll be able to find our fan page. But you can also find us on Twitter. So in case you need updates about the show, what's happening, I sent out a special message this Friday letting you guys know that we had to delay the recording of the show a little bit. And so when you need those updates, again, we're on Twitter, and it's just like Facebook, at Doc Croc Show, and you'll be able to find us there. And so, but before we get to that big topic once again, though, we have a segment that we do at Doc Croc.
Somebody got to take these hits, Doc.
Somebody
got to take these hits.
Because we got to do it better. We got to do better, people.
We got to do better.
And so we know we have a few white listeners to the show. And so to our white audience, we appreciate you sticking with us and being a part of Doc and Croc. But white people, you got to take these hits. And this is going to be a public service announcement. I'm here to help.
You're going to piss somebody off.
I'm not going to piss anybody off. I'm here to help.
About to piss somebody
but
off.
you know what? If I do, let's go ahead and hit our disclaimer now.
Yeah.
These are just jokes.
These just jokes.
We ain't here to offend nobody. And this is from my heart. This is truly a public service announcement.
But it'd be funny. It'd be reality, but it'd be funny. Here we go. Take this hit.
This is real stuff. To everybody else, our black listeners, our Latino history listeners, our minority friends of the show. This is to help you too. Because we just gonna put it out there, and I'm gonna just be real. And so, I'm just gonna say, dear white people, when you talking about your bands and the shows that you watch on Netflix or on network TV or cable TV or
Amazon or Hulu
or these people that you follow or this, that, and the other, and you talking with your black friends, I just want you to know, they don't know what you're talking about.
We don't have a clue.
And when you see your friend looking at you and they got that blank stare, but they just nodding along like, oh yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. We don't. We really don't. We just don't know how to tell you that because we don't listen to the same stuff. We don't watch the same shows. We don't know this actress and what they did in their life. We just don't. But we don't want to offend.
We don't want to offend. And it's just a cultural difference. And it's all right to be different as long as we don't hate each other because of the difference. But we're different. We talk different. We eat different. We listen to different music. We're just different. But being that we're different is no reason for anybody to hate another group or another race of people.
So when your black friends sit there and just be like, I really don't know. Don't judge them at that point. It's like, you haven't heard of?
Right.
Because that happens to me every time. Like, you haven't heard of? No, I didn't.
I remember I used to work at the restaurant, and they love to talk about their pets and their dogs and their cats, and I'm not a pet person. So I would have this, I'd be like, for real? Get out of here. You got to be kidding me. And I was really digging a hole for myself because the more I said that, the more they kept talking about it.
Right.
So I had to stop faking and just be like, you know what? I ain't really no pet person. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't really...
Because I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
Right, but I don't feel that energy you tell about your story.
Because some people be so passionate about it, like, you know...
I don't have it.
My favorite actor is such and such, and he was in this. Did you see?
No.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh, do you remember this part? I gotta be honest with you.
We don't know. We hadn't seen it.
I don't know.
We hadn't seen it. We hadn't seen it. Let it go.
All right, so that's my hit. Croc, what's your hit for this week?
Oh man, how about these people driving with their dogs? I said there's something about that last week, but it's still on my mind.
Something must have happened this week.
These white people, it ain't just, I guess it is. Majority of it is white people. I'm sorry, white people, but the majority of it is y'all. And driving with these dogs.
Yeah, because you know the black person dog is in the backyard.
In the back, don't even get in the car. You don't even get in the. You don't even get off the leash.
It don't even get in the house when it's like below zero.
Right. So just I don't know, man. To each his own, I guess. I ain't no dog person, so that's why I feel some kind of way. But
well, my thing is, if you're gonna ride with your dog, you ride with your dog. But how can you ride with your dog and drive with your dog in your lap?
It's dangerous.
Because he's not going to sit there. And he going to be all over the place.
Maybe they train.
No, because I watched them. That dog is all over the place. The dog is halfway out the window. You got one arm trying to hold the dog in, the other arm trying to drive.
Maybe some of y'all need to let the dog drive. He probably drive better than some of y'all anyway. How about that? I just don't want to see the dog in your lap. One of y'all pick who's gonna drive, and the other one can ride shotgun.
All right, so I literally had this situation Friday when I was driving home.
Oh boy!
And so I was pulled up at the stoplight next to this car, and the dog was in the guy's lap.
There you go.
And the dog was halfway out the window looking at me. Right. I mean, like half his body. It was a beautiful dog too.
Wow.
And so I'm over there because dogs they can hear better than humans.
Right.
So I'm over there in my car, snapping my fingers, and the dog looking at me. I'm like, come on, jump on out, come on.
Man, I seen a dog so big, it like it was a dude in the back seat. I'm talking about a big dog too. I say, good God, I ain't no way that dog would be in the car with me.
He looking at you like, what's up, man?
What's up? Gave me the head ball.
This my human right here.
Right. Wow. So take that hit.
Take these hits.
Take that hit.
White listeners, we love you. We just trying to help you. And we're trying to help our black friends too. So take these hits, let's grow from it, and let's move on. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul.
All right, Doc, let's get into it. Let's get into football. This marvelous, wonderful game of football.
Man, this is America's game. In fact, this is a game that's starting to go around the world.
Right.
As, the NFL is exploring, playing in different cities around the world.
And
They had a couple of scrimmages in Mexico. The last few years.
I don't think the field was proper though. I think they kind of raised a few eyebrows. The players was kind of skeptical about that, so I think that was one of the problems in Mexico.
Yeah, player safety though.
It's at the forefront, and that's kind of.
You remember when the NFL? I guess it wasn't the NFL. It started by someone else first. The World League. When they had the football, American style football in all these European
football league, yeah,
in all these countries. But when we talking about football, we talking about this concept of how we treat our players, and I think we might talk a little bit about college athletics as well. But we're gonna start with like professional athletics, and Croc, this is actually supposed to be our first show.
Right, yeah. We had some more pressing issues we needed to speak on, so we had to loop back around to this football thing. But they say football is indicative of life, or about you might get sacked on one play, you got to get up, and you got to try it again, and it's a game of inches, and and I just sit back and I think about how every owner in the NFL is a white guy. Mm-hmm. But yet, I don't know the percentage, and I should have looked it up.
I think it's about 80%, 80 to 85%.
Are black players.
Right.
Are black players. So, without the players, there wouldn't be no NFL.
It wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be the NFL. And I think just the way the NFL handles some things, I think these white guys in these offices almost look at themselves or feel like they almost slave owners.
Right. And see, there's the connection for me in my head, because when you talked about, the owner of these franchises.
They call them owners.
They call themselves owners. Now, back in the day, they were just owners. Now they try to call themselves team owners.
Team owners.
But who's the team? And so, you still look at yourself as this owner of this other individual. Or the way that we treat, some of our players. Like, let's take a look at a couple of these situations that happened to some of these players that, held out. For example, Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke.
And what were some of the things that, Jerry Jones was saying about him?
Well, I think he knew the deal was going to get done. I just think he didn't want to move. I think his only card was not giving Zeke what he wanted when he wanted it. Mm-hmm. I think he was going to give it to him, but the only card he could play was, I ain't going to give it to him right now. I'm going to make him wait. Mm-hmm. And really, who's in control? He's still in control of the situation.
Right. He's trying to exert.
Right. That's the control. Only. Yeah, right. I'll give it to you when I want to give it to you.
Right.
I know you're worth it. He knew he was worth it. Mm-hmm. And that's another topic I want to get now. The things these guys put their body through, man.
Right.
It ain't enough money. It ain't enough money. And when I was young, I used to think, oh man, they get all that money to. But then now, when you look at the health risk, man, I don't know. I wouldn't press anybody to play football.
Well, let's look at some of these franchises. So we talked about the Cowboys, and we huge football fans. So we're not coming at this issue as like we are football haters and we want to abolish.
Love football.
Love football. Want to keep it around for generations. But, at the Doc and Croc show, we always talk about how we can do it better.
Right.
And so, some of the top franchises in the NFL, just in terms of value, according to Forbes, the Cowboys, they are worth $5.5 billion.
Billion with a B.
That's not million. 5.5
billion with a B.
The Patriots, that's your team.
That's my squad.
And ladies and gentlemen, please do not say that he is a bandwagon fan, because I have made that mistake and Croc went off on me. But
no, I had to explain. I didn't go off on him.
Oh, okay.
I just had to explain.
He was very animated in his
I was animated.
But the Patriots, they were $4.1 billion. Which I don't understand, since they got more championships than anybody. But, neither here nor there. But
a lot of that, too, is jersey sales and things like that. People visiting the stadium, spending money. So,
And Tom Brady is Tom Brady. One of the top selling jerseys in the NFL. And then, of course, the third highest is the Giants at 3.9 billion. I think that's just a market.